Thinking today about God and how he reveals himself to us. Remember being on a beach on the west coast of Ireland, doing some outreach many years ago with a dear friend called Adrian. I remember the waves coming in and the mountains not far away. And we sang this little children's chorus. He made the stars to shine. He made the rolling sea. He made the mountains high. And he made me. And just that wonderful thought of the God of creation, the God who made us, but the God who made all that we see around us, that we hear even the rolling sea as the sound of the waves breaking the beach, as we look at the mountains around us, as we look at the rivers, the trees, and maybe as you go out in the morning and you see creation all around you, maybe even the sheep in the field, just the mist as it's rising in the early morning. And here we are reminded time and time again of creation. And at night, he made the stars to shine. It says in Genesis 1:16, he made the stars also, or he also made the stars. This vast, complex universe, millions, billions of stars, even in our own galaxy, in the Milky Way. And there are millions, they say, of galaxies, is way beyond our human thought. And yet when we turn to the scriptures, to Psalm 19, it reminds us of who God is. It says, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork. On those nights whenever the clouds are lifted and we can see the stars spread across the heavens for all to see. Day to day pours out speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. God speaks to each of us, to all mankind, through his creation. One of the saddest things I find in life is those with a very strong evolutionary background who proclaim that, in many ways, their unassurance of how we came to be. The big questions in life. Why am I here? What is the purpose for my life? Where did I come from? Where did this earth, where did the heavens come from? All that we can see as we look up into the stars at night. And often people try somehow to remove God, the Creator God, from the creation. And in doing so, lose sight of all that is before us. When we think in many ways of listening recently even to someone saying, one of the scientists saying that it was by chance that the earth happens to be so far away from the sun. Otherwise, there would be no life. Just happens to be by chance. We're not too close. We're not too far. We're exactly in the right place so that life can exist on this earth. It's not by chance. It's not by accident. It's by a God who made the heavens and the earth. There is no speech, nor are there words whose voice is not heard. Their voice goes out throughout all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. God speaks even through creation to us, reveals himself to us, and yet man has often decided to go against that. One passage in Romans chapter 1, verse 19 and 20 here. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. Here in this passage in Romans 1, Paul outlining how it is that God can be known, even through the creation. Verse 20, for his invisible attributes, namely his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived ever since the creation of the world and all the things that have been made, so that they are without excuse. Today, as a believer, we've got a God who made the heavens, the earth, the one who has made you and me, the one who loves us. Follow that God today. Trust in that God who has made all things perfect in his time. And here we find if you're trying today to say, I don't believe in that God, you're left without excuse, it tells us, because it is made plain to us. The seasons come, the seasons go. The world around us even, the sky at night, all that we can see, hear, feel, touch, all these things around us are made by God. Evidence of the Creator God. Evidence that He has revealed Himself to us, even through creation. Are you knowing this God today? Are you trusting in this God of creation, none other than Jesus Christ Himself? I trust you are. May you know that today. And if you don't, please be in contact with us. We'd love to speak to you about these things. And as a believer, put your trust fully in the one who made you, the one who has given you life, and the one who gives eternal life to those who believe in Him. Thank you very much for listening.